Where does real motivation actually begin? A very different answer from the alchemist, Paulo Coelho. People often talk about motivation as if it's something grand and dramatic. You need a huge passion, you need powerful inspiration, you need a fiery video that pumps your blood before you can do anything. But then what happens? You close the video and return to your old life. The spark fades almost instantly. If that sounds familiar, The Alchemist might completely change how you understand motivation. 1. Motivation doesn't start with excitement, it starts with a small question. In The Alchemist, Santiago isn't someone born for greatness. He's just a shepherd boy living a perfectly fine life, until he begins to wonder, what if I live like this forever? Not a grand vision, not world-changing ambition, just a quiet discomfort with repetition. That's where real motivation begins. Motivation doesn't appear when you know how you'll succeed. It appears when you no longer want to live on autopilot. 2. Dreams don't need to be grand, they just need to be yours. Santiago dreams of treasure. It sounds big, but it's also simple: gold and riches. What matters isn't how impressive the dream looks. What matters is that it makes him leave his comfort zone. Many of us don't lack dreams, we just judge them. We say they're not big enough, not impressive enough, not practical enough. We want to switch careers, but fear being called unrealistic. We want to write, but fear not making money. We want to live differently, but fear judgment. So we kill our own motivation before it even begins. 3. Motivation doesn't come from certainty, it comes from movement. Santiago's journey is messy. He gets robbed, he works odd jobs, he gets lost in the desert, he faces fear, doubt, loneliness. If motivation required guarantees, he would have quit early. He didn't move because he was certain, he moved because once he started, he chose not to turn back. Motivation isn't something you wait for before acting. It grows while you continue, even slowly. 4. Most of us don't quit because it's hard, we quit because we doubt. One of the saddest moments in The Alchemist is when Santiago could easily return home. He has money, a stable job, a safe life. That's when it becomes dangerous. Safety makes us question our dreams. Maybe this is enough. Maybe I'm not cut out for it. Maybe I imagined too much. Motivation doesn't die from exhaustion, it dies from self-persuasion. 5. When you truly want something, the universe conspires to help you, often misunderstood. Many interpret this as, just dream, the universe will handle the rest. No, the universe doesn't do the work for you. It opens doors, it sends signs, it creates moments. But whether you step forward, that's on you. Real motivation is taking responsibility for your choices instead of blaming circumstances. 6. The greatest motivation isn't success, it's alignment. Yes, Santiago finds treasure, but the real treasure is who he becomes: braver, more self-aware, more connected to his inner voice. Many people succeed outwardly but feel empty because they never followed their personal legend. The strongest motivation isn't about proving others wrong, it's about not betraying yourself. 7. Why do you feel unmotivated all the time? Not because you're lazy, not because you're incapable, but maybe because you're living someone else's expectations. You're chasing goals that aren't truly yours. You want results faster than you're willing to grow. The Alchemist doesn't teach shortcuts to wealth. It asks one painful question: whose life are you living? 8. Motivation isn't something to find, it's something to remember. Maybe you once loved something deeply, wanted to try a different path, felt curious about who you could become. Life got busy, pressure created fear, comparison created doubt. Motivation didn't disappear, it was buried under noise. Sometimes what you need isn't more motivation, but silence. So where does real motivation begin? Not from inspirational videos, not from New Year's promises, not from pressure to succeed. It begins with an honest question, an unspoken dream, a small but decisive step. Like Santiago, he didn't know what would happen, he only knew that not going would mean regret. If you're still reading this, maybe you're standing at a quiet crossroads. Not dramatic, just persistent, hard to explain. You don't need to change your whole life overnight, just don't betray what you feel inside. Motivation doesn't need to be loud, it just needs to be real. And sometimes the bravest thing isn't moving fast, it's simply beginning.